Good afternoon, graduates, friends, family members, honored guests, and colleagues. Welcome to Convocation at the University of Waterloo. My name is Feridun Hambelopper, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as this great university's president and vice chancellor. And it's my privilege to welcome you all to campus for this momentous occasion to celebrate the accomplishments of our soon-to-be graduates. Not quite yet. However, before we start this exciting day of celebration and tradition, it is important to reflect, acknowledge, and pay respect to the elders, past and present, of the neutral Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee peoples. We are gathered today on their traditional territory as the University of Waterloo sits on the Haldimand Tract, the land promised to the Six Nations people along the Grand River. Those of you, if you're standing, please remain standing. Those of you who are able to stand up, please rise for the singing of our national anthem while I invite Birgit Moshinsky to sing O Canada.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command, car ton bras s'est porté le pays, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you very much, Birgit. Please be seated. And it's my privilege now to invite our Chancellor, Mr. Dominic Barton, to start the convocation process.
Thank you very much, Feridun. Graduates, families, and friends, Provost Rush, honored guests, faculty, and staff. I'm also honored to be here to join you in this celebration of a tremendous accomplishment. And that congratulations not only goes out to you who've worked so very hard over the past many years, but also to your family, friends who've supported you through thick and thin when we're here. So we're going to celebrate both of you today. Needless to say, you are going to graduate from an exceptional university. This university, I think, is playing already an extraordinarily influential role in the world. I didn't have the chance to go to school here. I don't think I would have been able to get in, to be frank. But I notice when I'm traveling around the world at the leaders from Waterloo and what they're doing. I explained earlier, I was just in a conference where the discussion was talking about space and what is the prospects for tourist travel in outer space and so forth. And probably the most provocative question was asked by a Waterloo grad that said, the question I want to ask is, how long is it going to take before we have 100,000 people living in outer space? We all kind of stepped back and said, is he on the mushrooms, or is this a provocative idea? And I think it was much of the provocative idea. It's the thinking that one would expect from this. There is many different leaders that we can learn from. One of my favorites is a fellow named Max Dupree, who ran probably one of the most successful high-end furniture manufacturers called Herman Miller. And in his view, a leader does three things. One, tries to define reality. Two, gets out of the way. And three, says thank you in the end. And I'm going to try and follow some of that advice as we go through it. So on the reality, in terms of what you are facing and what you will be leading in, just to say a couple of words, I think you are going to be leading in some of the most exciting times in human history, at least a 500-year time frame. There are so many changes that are underway in the world today, and they are going to crystallize in the next 20 to 30 years. We have a huge economic power shift that's moving from the west to the east. It's the re-rise of Asia and the rise of Africa. That's where the dominant economic power is going to be, and we need to move quickly to be able to participate in that. We are in the early stages of a tremendous technology revolution. And already what we've seen in the early stages is disrupting everything that we've seen, from not only biology to how we communicate, but to basic science itself. And this is going to be profound for all of us as we look ahead. And we are also becoming one of the most aged Earths that we've ever seen. We're going to have more people over the age of 65 than under the age of 14 in the next 20 years, which is one of the reasons why I'm so excited that Waterloo has a aging focus and center. But climate change is probably going to be one of the most existential issues that we face. And all of us have a role to play in figuring out how we're going to get through, particularly the next 15 years, to make sure we don't burn this place up as we go through it. So there's a lot going on in one particular time in which you're going to lead. And I think as you think about that, Waterloo, I think, has prepared you tremendously for taking that role, not only in terms of what you've done over the last many years here, but I think in terms of the academic side of it, but also on the social side of it. And I think that the very successful leaders are not only bold and ambitious, but they're resilient, because nothing will be a straight line. Certainly as we look ahead, there'll be many setbacks, and how one picks oneself up is going to define you as much as what one's success is. And I'm sure you've experienced that over the last number of years in your academic work. But another important factor is also taking care of the society in which we're operating. There are many religious faiths that have something along the phrase of, to whom much is given, much is expected. And as you think about leading, I hope you'll keep that in mind as you lead in the future. I also hope that you will stay very connected to this university. You are lifelong members of this university, and there's a lot that you contribute. It's not financial only. It's in mentorship and support and care. And from seeing some people who are around in the very early stages and their care for the university, we've all benefited from that, and I hope that we will play that forward as we look ahead. Today, just in terms of the ceremony, we are going to confer an honorary degree on an individual who has made an extraordinary contribution, not only to this university, but to the community and to Canada in general. You're going to hear more about that later. Then we were going to confer a bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. Awards are also going to be given to a faculty member who has excelled in their field, and some medals and will be awarded to graduating students who have excelled in their studies. So there's basically going to be a lot of awards and celebration going on in here. I've made it a part of my career to try and predict things for clients. I typically got them wrong. My prediction here is that this will last 2 hours. I hope that I'm somewhat accurate on that. But I would just ask that you remain seated until we've gone through the whole process and are able to celebrate everyone. So again, congratulations. particularly to the students for a wonderful achievement, but also to the parents, friends, and relatives for everything that you've done and your accomplishments here. I'd now like to invite Rob Gorbett, the Chair of the Department of Knowledge Integration and the Faculty of the Environment, to the podium to take us forward. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Dr. Edie Jernigan. Professor Jernigan came to the university 43 years ago to join a young department of systems design engineering. While there, he held administrative positions as Director of Admissions for 4 years and Department Chair for 6, and maintained a research group in pattern recognition that authored over 100 journal and conference papers. But beyond research, Ed's real passion is for teaching and inspiring a new generation of graduates who would think differently about real-world problems, the problems you alluded to earlier that don't follow disciplinary boundaries. This passion was recognized in 1986 when he was awarded the university's Distinguished Teacher Award. Ed's greatest impact in interdisciplinary education has arguably come from 3 decades of tireless leadership in the Shad Waterloo High School Enrichment Program, the creation of Waterloo Unlimited High School Enrichment Program, and the design and introduction of an entirely new undergraduate degree designation in Ontario with the launch of the Bachelor of Knowledge Integration Program. Combined, these programs have inspired over 3,000 students to take an interdisciplinary, collaborative approach to solving real-world problems and make connections that others would miss. He's also been an inspiration and a good friend. Mr. Chancellor, for 4 decades of impactful service in teaching and administration, and for his work to break down disciplinary boundaries, I request that you bestow the title Honorary Member of the University upon Dr. Edie Jernigan.
Takes a power. I am indeed honored to confer upon you, Edie Jernigan, the title of Honorary Member of the University. I extend my sincere thanks.
Thank you so much, Tom.
I now invite Richard Kelly, Chair of the Department of Geography and Environmental Management and the Faculty of Environment, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Ellsworth Ledru. Professor Ellsworth Ledru devoted 41 years of teaching, research, and administration to the University of Waterloo as a dedicated member of the Department of Geography and Environmental Management. Asked in a mid-career interview, why have you chosen to study at Waterloo? He responded, why would I leave? I have the best university for cultivating innovation right here. Using field research and satellite remote sensing observations of high Arctic sea ice, he has explored patterns of sea ice change to characterize climate variability. Recognizing the importance of the underpinning scientific data sets, Ellsworth then created the Polar Data Catalogue, a Canadian archive of Arctic science data, which has been referred to as the jewel in the crown for polar data stewardship. He has taken the Waterloo spirit of creativity and innovation as the foundation for mentoring graduate and undergraduate students, introducing students to his research through the use of creative teaching environments such as social media-based photography. As faculty interim dean, he also guided the introduction of the aviation and the geomatics degree programs in the Department of Geography and Environmental Management. In 2006, Dr. LeDroux was elected a Fellow of the IEEE, and he became a Fellow of the Royal Canadian Geographical Society in 2013. In 2005, he was awarded the Gold Medal by the Canadian Remote Sensing Society, the highest honor awarded by the Canadian remote sensing community. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding accomplishments in research, teaching, and service, I request that you bestow the Distinguished Professor Emeritus upon Ellsworth LeDroux.
I am honored to confer upon you, Ellsworth LeDroux, the title of Distinguished Professor Emeritus. I extend my sincere congratulations.
I now invite Bruce Mitchell, Distinguished Professor Emeritus, Department of Geography and Environmental Management, Faculty of Environment, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Susan Mw Cartwright. Susan Cartwright has had a 38-year career of public service in Canada and abroad, serving successive governments and providing advice and guidance to a Prime Minister and the highest level of public servants. Susan has contributed to ensuring the safety of Canadians and to supporting Canada's interests in global security. She's worked in Australia, Nigeria, Kenya, and India, providing support and advice to Canadians, and served as Canada's ambassador to Hungary, Slovenia, and Albania. She also served as Assistant Deputy Minister in Fisheries and Oceans Canada to work on fisheries policy, in the Treasury Board Secretariat, in which she led preparation of the Federal Accountability Act, and as Associate Deputy Minister at Health Canada. She then moved to the Privy Council office to be the Foreign and Defence Policy Advisor to the Prime Minister. Her many significant contributions have been recognized with the Order of Canada, the Public Service Outstanding Achievement Award in 2012, the only one given in that year, the Canada 125 Medal, the Golden and Diamond Jubilee Medals, the Sovereign's Medal for Volunteers, the Alumni Achievement Award from the University of Waterloo, and the Order of Merit of Hungary. The following citation, provided by the Office of the Governor-General when she became a member of the Order of Canada, highlights her contributions. Quote, Susan Cartwright has helped advance the principles of good governance at home and abroad. As Canada's ambassador to Hungary, Slovenia, and Albania, and earlier in Kenya, Nigeria, and India, she supported democratic reform and economic liberalization. Subsequently, she held senior roles in the federal government, through which she led the development of the Federal Accountability Act and reviewed the Public Service Modernization Act, 2 key initiatives designed to strengthen management, accountability, and efficiency. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of her significant contributions to Canada and Canadians over 4 decades, I request that you confer Doctor of Environmental Studies honoris causa upon Susan Cartwright.
I'm honored to confer upon you, Susan Cartwright, the degree of Doctor of Environmental Studies, honoris causa. I extend my sincere congratulations.
So much.
Thank you. I now invite Dr. Cartwright to the podium to address Convocation.
That sounded pretty good, Dr. Cartwright, I have to say. Chancellor Barton, President Hamdulapur, Dean Andre, faculty members, and fellow graduates. A heartfelt thanks to the University of Waterloo for conferring this exceptional honor on me today. I am humbled and very grateful. Thank you also to the Faculty of Environment, led by Dean Jean Andre, in which I completed my master's degree in 1981 when it was the Faculty of Environmental Studies. It was a welcoming place with an impressive range of resources and expertise, and one where I could explore ideas and be challenged as I did so. And a very, very special thank you to Dr. Bruce Mitchell, who put up with me as a graduate student. We've stayed friends, good friends, for the past 38 years. I'd like to thank my 2 brothers who set such a strong scholarly example for me, which I never really matched. And lastly, my immense and lifelong gratitude to my unconventional parents who gave me everything, except a normal upbringing, that is. I am so sorry they will never know about this. They would have been very proud. To all of you receiving degrees today, congratulations. You should all be very proud of yourselves and very excited about the future. And congratulations to your families and friends, mentors and coaches who have contributed to your success that we are celebrating today. A special thought for those of you who are far from home and have had additional challenges to overcome while studying in Canada. Bravo. To the faculty and staff at the University of Waterloo, we are celebrating another wonderful group of students who you have taught, supported, challenged, and inspired. The work that you do is invaluable. I hope all of you graduating today will take a moment to reflect on your achievement and to enjoy a real sense of accomplishment. However, this is not the end. It's not even the middle. It's the start of a life of learning. I like the analogy of learning to drive. I think back to exactly how much I knew about driving on the day I received my driver's license. Not very much at all. All of the useful stuff came later, through practice, some of it which was rather unnerving. The analogy also applies to those who are graduating with a degree and a pilot's license today. I'm very envious of that option, by the way. You will find, as I did when I received my pilot's license and began flying, many new and unanticipated experiences from which you will learn much more about flying and about yourselves. I certainly did when I found myself learning aerobatics from my airshow pilot husband and working in films with him. Never stop learning. It's how we grow and develop. And it's the reason why we listen to and appreciate the ideas and diverse experiences of others. It is what makes work and life interesting and stimulating. I have the privilege of addressing you for a few moments today, and I've thought a lot about what I might say and what might be useful to you. There are a few thoughts, there are 8 to be precise, that I would like to leave with you based on a fairly frank assessment of my own career and achievements, as well as my failures. There is at least one story behind each, but luckily for you, perhaps time precludes me from recounting each of them. It's critically important to develop strong communication skills. Know your audience and speak to them. Know your message and be succinct, informative, and clear. Inspire people to follow you and collaborate with you, to adopt your ideas, to support your research, and understand and appreciate your insights. Know yourself. We're not all good at everything, nor can we ever hope to acquire every skill we need. So join forces with those who do possess the skills that you do not. Contribute to and build effective teams that strengthen and complement you. Be aware of how you interact with others and how you affect others. Treat people respectfully and with courtesy. How you treat people, even those you may be about to fire or discipline, or even just disagree with, and perhaps especially those people, says volumes about you as a person. Develop and support those who work with you and for you. Your real legacy will be the people you've trained, promoted, supported, and mentored. You will acquire your reputation in life through your actions, and you will set the tone and the standard in your home, your workplace, and in places where you volunteer by what you do. People are very quick to spot any daylight between what you say and what you do. Model the behavior that you expect or desire from others. Learn how to resolve or manage conflict, as you will encounter it everywhere. It's a great opportunity for those communication skills. Conflict is often avoidable, the result of ignorance or misunderstanding, or the failure to invest time and energy in sharing information and developing an understanding of, even if not a concurrence with, the views of others. Be open to opportunities, especially those which are unexpected or which you have assumed are not for you. Some of the very best jobs I have ever had were doing things I would never have dreamt of doing in places I would never have thought of working. It's fine to have a plan, but there is nothing to say you have to stick to it rigidly. Develop your own resilience. There are many challenges that will await you at home, in the workplace, in your lives in general. You need to be balanced and as healthy as you can be to face them and to help those around you face them. And finally, remember to live each and every day to the fullest. I congratulate you once again on your singular achievement in gaining a degree from this really exceptional university. As you look forward to your future with a mixture of excitement and trepidation, I wish you nothing but fulfillment and happiness. My thanks once again to the Faculty of Environment and to the University of Waterloo for bestowing on me this treasured and prestigious honor. Thank you.
I'm James Rush. I'm the university's Vice President Academic and Provost, and it's my pleasure to both fill that role and to thank Dr. Cartwright for her inspirational address and to welcome her in this new way as latest member of our distinguished alumni. Would the members of the graduating class please rise? Mr. Chancellor, I present to you those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the university, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining.
I'd invite the graduating class to be seated again, and I would also invite Chantel Casey Young to come forward to deliver the valedictory address.
Mr. Chancellor, President, members of Convocation, fellow graduates, family members, special guests, Mom and Dad. We did it. When I reflect on my time spent here at the University of Waterloo, I think to myself, what better way to relate our journey than with a beloved sport, channeling our beautiful Canadian winters, skating. More specifically, figure skating. The art of elegance and ballet paired with crazy jumps and spins, all achieved on rock-hard ice. The axel is the most notoriously difficult jump, where the skater thrusts forward into the air and lands backward on the opposite foot. The axel is a major points bonus, the jump that athletes around the world aspire to land. When we think about graduation, this very moment, we are all looking good with our gowns, our diplomas, and our fresh smiles. That's what skaters have to look like throughout their entire performance. But behind the grace that you see on television is actually a rigorous endeavor, both physically and emotionally. While it looks like we have it all together, our shining moment today was backed up by 5+ years of resilience, adversities, and sheer hard work. Sometimes the easiest or most graceful-looking achievements are actually the hardest to nail. Figure skating is unique in such a way that it marks the ice a little differently each time, with an entirely altered set of jumps, choreography, and costumes for every performance. Had we all picked different paths, we wouldn't have experienced parts of our years so unique, down to the disciplines, the faculties, and the school that we chose. The Environment Coffee Shop, a place for group meetings, microwaves, social interaction, and its shrine for local eats, is something unique to us. We also get the wonderfully unique experience of sometimes misplacing our walk cards, checking Waterloo Works more than we check Facebook, getting attacked by a goose, seeing that red dot notification appear on Learn, and quickly lowering our brightness in class. These are unusual but memorable ways with how we skate on our metaphorical rinks. By choosing our paths, the ones that we all ended up with, we've earned our own victories, risked for the kinds of jobs that we ended up loving, and connected with people we otherwise wouldn't have met. We are gliding beautifully on that ice, my friends. But what happens when the blades on the bottoms of our skates suddenly start to shake? Experiencing adversities is when we hit that cold, hard, and sometimes unforgiving ice. We've been pushed down a lot, tried jobs that we never want to do again, and made difficult decisions about relationships, careers, and misfortunes that ultimately tested our character. We've had illnesses and losses that come out of left field and blindside us, far more painful than losing a walk card or getting a bad grade. And how do we get up from this? When we first learn how to skate, people try to step forward. And what happens is you put a lot of unnecessary weight on the fronts of your feet, causing you to lose balance and to fall. So instead, skaters push sideways, trying a different approach, taking in new perspectives. Many of us try so hard to move forward when perhaps a lateral move is what actually gets us to the finish line. But it's not always easy. We all come with our own complex set of challenges. Some of us poured many long nights into the completion of a master's or doctorate thesis. Some of us are international students who worked so hard to pursue this education. Some of us have young families who simultaneously balance their home and academic life every day. But in the same way that ice can hit us hard, it's the same ice that grounds us to get up and skate. Hurt fuels growth. Pushing through is now part of our muscle memory. And none of this is achievable without our support system. With every figure skater comes a coach. Family, friends, professors, staff and faculty, the people we've met in schools, jobs, classrooms, labs, and school clubs. Over the years, they shape us. The opportunity to listen to each other's languages, enjoy each other's meals, argue about injustices that pull our heartstrings, and understand each other's walks of life. When we lean on each other, the bruises get easier. An axle is not landed by a single individual, but actually a team that got them there. We practice the axles, but our people, loyal as a coach, guide us to go for the jump. And when we feel collectively empowered like this, things get done around here. We are making an impact in our fields of endeavor. Bachelors, masters, doctors are creating some of the better visions of realities that involve the most pressing challenges to date: climate change, aging communities, shifting economies, and so much more. We are building cities, we're flying planes, we're advancing technology and redesigning policies at an institution that never lets innovation go to waste. What we do in the Faculty of Environment makes us look beyond this auditorium and instead at our community, our city, our country, and our world at large. So with that, you have an entire rink at your feet. How do you want to leave your mark on the ice? Congratulations to you, class of 2019, for finally landing that axle. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chantal, for that inspirational and heartfelt address. Very, very powerful. Good afternoon once again, Mr. Chancellor, honored guests and participants. We're already off to a fantastic day and it's going to continue. Convocation is perhaps the most rewarding occasion in the life of a university. It evokes our ancient rights and privileges, it recognizes significant accomplishments, and at the same time stirs us with a promise of what is possible. On behalf of the University of Waterloo's administration team, I would like to formally thank all of you who have made today possible. Convocation literally means the action of calling together a large formal assembly. So it isn't actually possible to have convocation without all of you. So to the graduands, to their parents, families, friends, especially those who have come from afar to be here, thank you for making this convocation possible. To the university community for developing these scholars and delivering this outstanding event to celebrate their accomplishments and to recognize them as our newest alumni. Thank you all for making this possible. And of course, we acknowledge those who have been unable to join us today. Each of us, in our own ways, feels their presence as part of this special assembly today. I would like to now ask the graduands to remain seated as I invite all of the parents, their family, friends, and event coordinators to rise as you are able. I'd invite the graduands to take a look around and find your special folks. And for the parents and friends to find your graduate. No doubt we will hear from some of you later during the proceedings. It's good to know where each other are and to feel the connection. Graduates, would you join me in thanking your parents, friends, family, and other supporters for making today possible? Thank you. Please take your seats. As we prepare to confer degrees, just a few technical notes. For those guests wishing to take photos of your graduates, there's a photography area located to the left of the stage. You can access that area from the back of the gym via the west exit doors and then come to the front. If you approach that area just before your special graduate is about to proceed across the stage, you'll be in a position to take pictures. And once you've taken your photos, I'd ask you just to please return to your seats to allow others to come in to take photos of their graduates. And graduates, I think I hardly have to remind you that at some point in your schooling, and hopefully it wasn't at the University of Waterloo, you learned the alphabet. So no doubt you know that if you're towards the front of this pack, your name might begin with an A or a B or a C, and if you're at the back, it might be an X or a Y or a Z. And let's not hold it against the folks that are at the back. But let's commit to one another that we'll return to our seats and celebrate as a group right through till the end of the convocation. Now we're on to the main event. So we're going to proceed with the conferring of degrees, and to start that process, I invite Brendan Larson, Associate Dean, Undergraduate Studies from the Faculty of Environment, to announce the graduates' names.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Environmental Studies, General 3-year Geography. John Paul Santiago Aniceto, Courtney Elizabeth Bagshaw, Ifiolua Bola Sadipe. Dirk Hudson Gruen, Lisa Marie Contini, Yunheng Fan. Joshua Kwan, Clara Young Lin, Benjamin Lee. Zarin Tasnim, Weiji Zhao, Blurton Ademi. Anmol Ahmed, Ferda Ahmed, Denise Hu Shu O. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Environmental Studies, Honors, Environment and Business. Michael Balch, Sartak Bali, Min Bo. Hannah Elise Barr, Esha Bhatti, Alexandra Biskapovich. Sarah Aislinn Botros, Sarah Camplin, Alexander Anthony Cardoso. Kelly Karita Chan, Lok Yan Ryan Cheng, Emma Louise Cobb. Christian Brian Crowley, Jingwen Kui, Robert Lee Dick. Fei Yi Dong, Joshuan Du, Jonathan Wilson Ellsworth. Kareem El Sayed, Karen Maciel Espinoza Sayens, and Sheer Foman. Rebecca George, Lisa Michelle Glutting, Candace Sophia Gomes. Evan Donald Grant, Yiwen Go, Faiz Habib. Nicole Alexandra Hanbidge, Renee Manlock Ho, James Patrick Houle. Okiagani Isaac Anwa, Dana Iskaldsky, and Rachel Jansen. Jin Hong Kim, Alexandra King Ellison, and Siyu Kyong. Angelina Law, Yihan Lee, and Gina Ni Liu. Christy Liu, Rachel Mackenzie Ksizek, Jadong Mai. Nathan Quinn Mape, David Maxwell McKee, Tom Guyen. Tony Guyen, Natalie Oleksinski, Lucia Ostach. Sean William Ovis, Julia Rachel Pinder, Alexandra Davies Post. Wen Ling Chow, Aishwarya Ramchandran, Matthew Daniel Riepert. James Schnarr. James is also the recipient of the Governor General's Silver Medal for highest standing in the Bachelor's program and the Faculty of Environment for Distinguished Academic Achievement Award in Environment and Business. Olivia Saville, Yuting Shen, Ji Shun. Chanwen Sun, Sai Spurthi Swami, Francesca Ting. Joanne Tukowicz, Jacobus Graham Van Bussel, Roberto Vito Ventura. Chu-Yi Wong, Wei-Yu Wong, Michael Alexander Sidney Wiegand. Chantel Casey Young, Yu-Hee Yuan, Sijin Zhang. Chenyang Zhang, Chuchu Zhang, Sushuan Zhang. Jiayi Zhen, Fei Zhu. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Environmental Studies, Honors, Environment, Resources, and Sustainability. Gurpreet Badesha, Dustin Robert Bortoluzzi, Aaron Bryson. Sylvia Chlumsky, Sedona Rose Cluett, Connor Alexander Dew. Hannah Dubber, Sarah Ellen Duchesne, Kevin James Easton. Nicole Catherine Eichenberger, Samuel Gloire Gatabazi, Lydia Angela Howlett. Megan Elizabeth Hebert, also the recipient of the Faculty of Environment Distinguished Academic Achievement Award in Environment, Resources, and Sustainability. Congratulations. Ting Feng Hui, Claire Evelyn Hunter, Adrienne Houston. Claire Janet Kemp, Emma Rachel King, Lauren Lamkin. Jing Ying Lan, Madeline Mary LeBlanc, Julia Nicole Lentil. Cheryl Lee, Zixuan Liu, David Lee. Craig Murray Maltby, Nicole Lauren Eva Mann, Cynthia Lauren Mills. Tyler James Meisner, Shireen Elise Mitchell, Luke Austin Nish. Lauren Alice Pasaluco, Joshua Kenneth Pickering, Aqua Beverly Rempel. Amelia Laurel Rubenstein, Shamali Shanmuganathan, Sanchi Sharma. Mariah Elizabeth Smith, Laura Christine Stern, Callie Mae Sterling. Veronica Monica Shostak, Victoria Vadash, Blair Raymond Vanderglass. Rohit Verma, Asha Kar Verdi, Natasha Erica Walsh. Jade Nicole Zavarella. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Environmental Studies, Honors Geography and Aviation. Miranda Pui-He Kwok, Runzi Liu, Benray Liu. Stacy Robert Milne, Cesar Gabriel Reaño, Jody Scaro. Stevenson Steos, also the recipient of the Faculty Environment's Distinguished Academic Achievement Award in Geography and Aviation. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Environmental Studies, Honors Geography and Environmental Management. Eugene On, Catherine Page Anderson, Courtney Brown. James Robert Bramwell, also the recipient of the Faculty Environment's Distinguished Academic Achievement Award in Geography and Environmental Management. Marin Karagata, Cheryl Heyman Chow, Arjun Chibar. Christina Conway, Thomas Davis Arnold Cohen, Sabrina Davidson. Alexander Keith Elms, Matthew Christopher Gasser, Megan Elizabeth Greeley. Carmen Kong, Hin Huen Charlotte Lee, Silak Candy Lee. Vanessa Marie Lubian-Yeki, Kevin Liu, Sarah Mack. Brady McGlade, Kyle Eric Meni, Jennifer Michi. Enyi Mu, Daniel Temololua Obadun. Kristen Michelle Obeda. Samuel Thomas Ross, Andrew Albert Rutland, Reem Sala. Maxwell Seward, Cheng Yu Shi, Zachary Simard. Christine Tan, Jeremy Edward Thomas, Daphne Paige Van Delst. Claudie C. Wan Wong, Manjuk Brian Wong, Vanessa Kawai Wong. Christian John Zavarella. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Environmental Studies, Honors Geomatics. Dina Kamel Amer, Aujas Bandlish, Justin Andrew Barati. Renan Chai, Philemon Chung, Vincent Tin Yung Do. Caleb Elson Henderson, Clayton Jennings, Christopher Jeffrey Kwai Pun. Yichen Lei, Adrian Leung, Harry Truman Leung. Ruhan Lee, also the recipient of the Faculty of Environment's Distinguished Academic Achievement Award in Geomatics. Chen Hui Liu, Daniel Markevka, Hong Cheng Song. Netzak Straker, Sophia Nadia Swistun, Yun Hong Tian. Philip Vargas, Jiacheng Wang, Wei Wang. Wenzong Wang, Jiangbo Wang, Yushi Wang. Stephanie Wen, Brandon Wong, Tony Wu. Zihao Hao Yang, Ling Fei Yi, Anzi Michael Zhang. Yumeng Zhang, Zheng Zhu. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Environmental Studies, Honors International Development. Kieran Bauman, Kalissa Nikita Burke, Angel Farn. Clarice Laura Grieg, Danielle Frances Hack, Hannah Het. Ashley Lauren Surirat Kong, Abigail Brienne Longwa, Brooklyn Patricia Lester. Aileen Lee, Siobhan Pickering, Sherry Way. Indra Sarju, also the recipient of the Faculty Environment's Distinguished Academic Achievement Award, International Development. Cooper Hart Waite, Claire Maraid Ann Williamson, Allison Claire Wilson. Bethlehem Yamane Zabib, Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Environmental Studies, Honors Planning. Michaela Gabriella Abetacola, Jonathan Glenn Ackerley, Benjamin Luke Allen. Jennifer Allen, Ajnadeen Al-Shawa, Rawan Amro Amin. Leslasa Armour Shillingford, Abel Faith Babista, Sydney Isabel Bailey. Alan William Beldan, Alicia Irene Boatman, Abram Braithwaite. Allison Valerie Bucking, Vanessa Bolfan, Michaela Esther Boutron Gutierrez. Paul Sech, Catherine Chan, Clarissa Chung. Ji Ying Jenny Chung, Christy Chow, Aliyah Stephanie Clark. Anne Michaela Clubb, Mathieu Daou, Moira Kathleen Davidson. Ben Crooks, also the recipient of the University of Waterloo Alumni Gold Medal for recognition of academic achievement and the Faculty of Environment Distinguished Academic Achievement Award in Planning. Leanna Grace Demaranan, Connor Joseph DiPietro, and Rachel Patricia Downey. Marie Elizabeth Duguay, Martin Gabriel Espina, Aliyah May Fraser. Natalia Iwona Godwinska, Colette Sharon Elaine Gorney, Daniel Francis Grandilli. Riti Hayder, Enya Huang, Tyler Alexander Kowal. Yusra Khan, Tyler John Joseph Knobloch, Jeremy Isaac Cruzinga. Yuri Longwa, Timothy Richard Lee, Tian Yi Lu. Ren Ho Moon Lo, Helena Mansick, Ellen Sonia McGowan. Kevin Nicholas McGraw, Catherine Margaret McNamara, Monica Miranda. Ivana Christina Osanyicki, Alexis Bernice Uwendijk, Spencer Robert Owen. Soyun Park, Asiya Patel, Douglas Matthew Pateman. Rachel Poon, Dylan Michael Prowse, Kristen Victoria Redger. Mackenzie Nicole Riggin, Serene Shahzada, Stephanie Marie Sharp. Alexi Sherbin, Kiana Dale Simmons, Holly Michelle Smale. Jack Smith, Nell Grayson Soriano, Darcy Rose Vanderprit. Matthew Vartanian, Rachel Claire Vesh, Melanie Vivian. Ching Yu Wong, Vanessa Jane Emily Witt, Michelle Wong. Jimmy Yulin Wu, Sandy Yang, Callie Hoi Kei Yung. Anna Yu, Charlotte Hoi Tung Yuan, Si Dao. Rena Zhou, Regan Jean Zink. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Knowledge Integration Honors Program. Bettelhem Alameu, Christopher Barber, Kira Shaban Chadwick. Deanna Lynn DeVito, Alexander Elliott Rosenstein Esser, Shannon Taylor Henderson. Megan Helmy Victoria Fluss, also the recipient of the Faculty of Environment's Distinguished Academic Achievement Award in Knowledge Integration. Katrian Jacobs, Carissa Elizabeth Manning, Laura Elizabeth Hunter. Christina MacArthur, Caitlin Olivier Gooch, Maytal Aviv Perlman. Samir Reynolds, Elizabeth Saragelli, Kiana Amorit Shaw. Peter Benjamin Slempers. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now invite Jean Andre, Dean, Faculty of Environment, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Arts. Danica Guppy, Nicholas Kuchmi, Stephanie Singh, Megan Sutton. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Climate Change. Rebecca Margaret Elizabeth Garlick, Mirza Haroon Ur Rashid, Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Development Practice. Miha Alam, Zachary Richard Burns, Maria Minerva Carmona, Kira Celine Reyes Leonte, Christina Fern Leah Shear, Franklin Elizabeth Bailey Searle, Shannon Alyssa Siraj. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Economic Development and Innovation. Christine Chapman, Dominique Charbonneau, Nicholas Jonathan Cloet, Lucas Diaz Malaro, Ayanoloa Raji, Stephanie Sokolowski, Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Environmental Studies. Julia Isabel Arens. Razal Karim Chowdhury. Anushay Fawad. Sarah Ann Ganowski. Gwyneth Lee Govers. Jacqueline Hanley. Saeda Tasnia Hassan. Calvin Manwai Kwok. Monica Oviedo. Gunit Sandhu. Vasundhara Saravad. Amanda Kathleen Shamus. Bishoy Shinoda. Robert John Sims. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Planning. Matthew Vincent Vaughn. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Science. Menge Chen. Tasha Lee Jessica Gauthier. Kirsten Grant. Adam John Green. Yue Gu. Christine Van Beest. Vicky Renee Van Thoff. Wei Ya Ye. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. We will now confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy, the highest academic degree awarded by universities. Attaining a PhD is no easy task. It involves years of hard work, attainment of subject matter expertise, and a contribution to the sum of human knowledge in a subject area through original research. It is an honor to call upon the following graduates to receive this degree, the Doctor of Philosophy. Cole Victoria Stollery Atlin, with a degree in Social and Ecological Sustainability. Next, with a degree in Geography, Francesca Cardwell. And with a degree from Social and Ecological Sustainability, Heather Ann Cray. And with a PhD now in Geography, Joseph Kanmanang. Also with a degree from Geography, Elizabeth Opio Anyango. With a PhD in Planning, Matthew Charles Quick. With a PhD in Geography, Nastaran Sabari. With a PhD in Social and Ecological Sustainability, Caitlin Michelle Scott. With a PhD in Geography, Stephanie Danielle Verkoyen. With a PhD in Social and Ecological Sustainability, Stephanie Whitney. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I now request you to confer in absentia the various and several degrees upon those candidates who were approved by Senate but who were unable to be present at today's convocation.
I confer the degrees in absentia.
Okay, I'll now ask our president, Feridun Hamdulapur, to return to the podium.
The University of Waterloo is proud to have been invited to award the Governor General's Silver Medal for Academic Merit. 3 silver medals are being presented at convocation ceremonies this week to the graduates who achieved the highest standing in the bachelor's program in the university. One of these medals will be presented now. Mr. Chancellor, I request that you present the Governor General's Silver Medal for 2019 to James Schnarr. Congratulations, James. Gold medal is the next. Now it's my pleasure to invite Hillary Cornell, alumnus, Faculty of Environment, to present the Alumni Gold Medal.
Mr. Chancellor, members of Convocation, and honored guests, it is my pleasure to join you today in celebration of our newest alumni. With each graduating class, we honor extraordinary students whose achievements exceed even our highest expectations. One undergraduate student from each faculty receives an Alumni Gold Medal, which symbolizes not only the student's accomplishments, but also the proud tradition of exploration and leadership to which all of our alumni belong. Graduates, while many of you embark on new journeys, I encourage you to foster your relationship that you have built with this remarkable university. Waterloo offers many resources to help you achieve your goals. Whether you want to advance your career, explore new ideas, or tackle complex problems, the university can support you in your endeavors. Take advantages of the services available to you. Stay connected to Waterloo's proud alumni who live all over the world. This is a network that is a powerful resource. I speak from experience when I say that getting involved will enrich your life. On behalf of my fellow graduates, please allow me to welcome you to our alumni community. Mr. Chancellor, I am honored to present to you today the 2019 recipient for the Alumni Gold Medal for Outstanding Academic Performance in an Undergraduate Program, who has just received a Bachelor of Environmental Studies in Honors Planning from the Faculty of Environment, Ben Crooks. I now invite Feridun Hamdulapur, President and Vice Chancellor, to the podium.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we owe a big congratulations to our brand new class of 2019 Faculty of Environment. You are now graduates. If you recall, during his remarks, our Chancellor expressed his desire that we should do this in 2 hours. That gives me exactly 36 seconds to make my remarks, but I also don't want to rush this moment. This is my moment. Probably, I hope it's not the last moment with you, but it's the last moment with you as brand new graduates. First, I would like to congratulate you, but I also want to thank you. Many of you may recall that when you first came to the University of Waterloo, We told you that it was going to be a fantastic journey for you. We also told you that it was not going to be easy, and if anybody thought that it was going to be easy, you would not have come to the University of Waterloo to study. We asked you to make a promise that we will meet you here at your convocation. I thank you for keeping that promise. You were resilient, you were tough, you were passionate, you were determined, and you made it here. I spoke to so many of you. It was fabulous to hear about your plans, to hear about your experience here at the University of Waterloo. I asked many of you, if you were to given a choice, would you choose your program again? And you didn't even blink. You said you would do it in a heartbeat. You are going to do some fabulous things. So exciting. Some of you are going back to the countries that you had your international experience. Some of you are going, one of you is going to go into pastry. It's fabulous. You're doing some wonderful things that I could not even think of when I was a student. I admire you for your perseverance, for your courage, and for your vision. And as our chancellor put it, this is a very fast-changing world. The only way we can be ahead of this disruption to make sure that we are ready for it, we're prepared for it, and we can anticipate and run ahead of it. And I'm so confident that we can do this because we have you graduating. I want to thank parents, friends, supporters of our students for being here first, and second, for supporting them right from the beginning. You've been with them through thick and thin. You've been with them, encouraging them. You didn't try to thank you for not trying to do our assignments for them, but you've been so greatly supportive of them. I want to thank my faculty colleagues, our staff members, for making sure that you're here today. They were as passionate as you were for your studies, and I'm so glad that many of them are here, present to see you graduating. Like you, the University of Waterloo is tremendously ambitious, and we are bold, making sure that we are ready for this changing world. We are the kind of institution that we don't want to sit on our past success. We want to make sure that we are riding this future all together. With that, we're going to be riding to the future on your shoulders because your success will be our success. We're going to make sure that you will be engaged with the university. Today, your relationship with the university is evolving into a different kind of relationship. You're no longer our students, you're our very proud alumni, joining more than 210,000 very strong University of Waterloo family. Please stay engaged with the university. Please, we will not give you any more advice because you are the ones who will be advising us. We will be grateful for your engagement. I wish you all the best. You're going to do amazing things that you're going to make your alma mater. I'm very proud of you. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you. I'd now like to declare that convocation is adjourned.